Rotimi, it's great to have you on the show today, and I'm hearing that the market is up again today, about 0.6%. Can you just run us through the numbers?
Wole, good afternoon. We saw a very bright trading session today, even as we didn't have as much volume and value as we had the previous day. Today, a total of the value done today was 1.224 billion. The index grew by 0.59%. I think there is we expected that the prices of stocks in the banking sector were going to start declining, but it seems they are gaining momentum even at this point in time. GT Bank closed at about 18 naira today. First Bank closed over at about 13.50.
Right.
Zenith Bank about 15.60.
So a pretty good day for the banks. Rotimi, you're just saying a pretty good day for the banks, particularly the top-tier banks. But give me a perspective on how the market is reacting to the news about the minister's resignation. We do know that a lot of people have celebrated the improvement in power in Nigeria recently. Has this been a negative or positive for the market in your view?
To a great extent, it has hardly had an impact on the trading session today, because we didn't see any of the stocks going down. But the views of market operators is that the resignation is unwarranted, because they believe, though it borders on integrity, but it is the belief of everyone that should have rather been sorted out among the ministers and the government officials. So, but all in all, it didn't really impact on the market negatively today.
I don't know how much insight you have into the process, but of course, what we're hearing is that everything boils down to the transparency and integrity of the process to sell the power companies. And of course, if the ministry is linked to one of the companies, there is a view that that may be a conflict of interest, but I guess it all depends on who you talk to. But okay, let's move on to other things. We've seen Custodian and Allied Insurance report numbers today. Your thoughts on the numbers and the impact we saw on the share price? We saw it came down 4%, but we know that Custodian and Allied is one of the top players in the insurance space.
For Custodian and Allied Insurance, you've mentioned it earlier on concerning the result. The result, there was a decline of there was an increase of 15% in the top line and a decrease of 25% in the bottom line.
Right.
But and that actually reflected on the pricing of the stock today. For quite a while now, the price has been coming down, because in about 3-4 weeks back, it used to be the most highly priced insurance stock, at least for quite some time. And for what we've seen so far, this is the all-time low, I can say, in the last 1 or more years. So it's really a big blow on the company. But I believe that looking critically at what was responsible, there was an increase in overwriting expenses and also in management expenses. So I believe this should be put together before the end of the third quarter. And I think we should be seeing a reversal as at then.
But it's obviously a negative for the sector. We know that that sector obviously has not received much attention. It has been in doldrum, if you like. We see so many of them trading close to their nominal value. Of course, this is following the numbers we saw for Mansard Insurance yesterday, which were perhaps more positive. But let's move on to something else. The Sovereign Wealth Fund, and of course, the board has been constituted, has been announced, and hopefully they'll get to work investing about $1 billion to start with. And give me your thoughts on how the market is anticipating any positive impact of this for the bourse.
The Sovereign Wealth Fund, I think it's been debated for quite a while now, and it's coming to life at last. For what I can say, the market is definitely going to see it as a positive, it's going to have a positive impact on the market. One way of this is that the stock at one of the banks, I believe First Bank now, as we are hearing, do not confirm, is going to be the bank that will manage, that will be the custodian of the fund. And if that be the case, we are already seeing the impact on the stock of First Bank. And there is no way the new fund can enter into the economy to help infrastructures without having an impact on the on the equity capital market. So the only thing I can see here now is that though the effect may not be direct, but it's definitely going to be there.
All right.
Give or take, it's going to impact positively on the market.
Okay, we'll look forward to that, and hopefully that will play out as we see how this market finds a new catalyst going into the second half of the year. Thank you so much, Rotimi, for joining us from the Nigerian Stock Exchange. He's given us a perspective on how the market traded today.